Hello everyone, it's me, Tam Jones. So I just wanted to come and drop a video for you guys and give you some quick tips and tricks on how you can still rock 2018. Now I know 2019 is approaching really fast. We have, a month and a half left. But let's not fret. You still have time to crush your goals. I know a lot of people, they say, oh, well, New Year's is right around the corner, so I'll just wait till New Year's, and then I'll set some goals and some New Year's resolutions. Stop right there. It's a proven fact that when people make New Year's resolutions, only about maybe 20-25% people actually complete those goals. They actually set in motion and complete those goals. Usually around, I would say, Valentine's Day, you've completely forgotten what you said you were going to do on New Year's. You were probably tipsy and drunk when you made those resolutions, okay? So you probably don't even remember what they are. And just, no. You don't have to wait. You can start now. Now is the time. You still have a month and a half to crush your goals. Now, you're probably not going to be able to set any big, huge, humongous goals, but you still do have time to make those small steps that will eventually lead you to the big goal that you want to accomplish. So today, I'm just going to be taking some tips from my book, Goal Digging. So I'm just going to go through the first couple pages and talk about a few things that will help you get some goals accomplished still in 2018. You do not have to wait till 2019. Why wait when you can start now? So the first thing is, I know that everybody has dreams. Everybody has goals. I've never met one single person that didn't want more in life. Never. Like, I know some people that want more, but they don't take the steps to do it. They say what they want, but they're not moving towards that direction, if that makes sense. So they're kind of just like stuck. You know, they're not taking any steps. They're not putting forth any effort, so they're just stuck. They know in their mind that they want better, and they know that they want more. And, you know, some people, maybe they don't know the steps to take. But I say there's no excuse. There's tons of resources. There's tons of people that you can ask. There's internet that people are on every day that you can ask. I mean, a lot of people, you may be afraid to reach out to people that are already, you know, huge moguls in the industry, but you know, some of those people, they are humble and they will help you along the way. Now, nobody is going to give you their blueprint on how they are where they are. Nobody's going to give you, going to take your hand and walk you and do these things for you. No, but they will help you. They will get you started. They will give you some information, but no, nobody's going to give you their blueprint, sweetie. So you're going to have to do some legwork yourself, right? Okay, so first thing you're going to need is a plan. So say, I know a lot of people are planning to start a business in 2019. So you're like, Tam, I don't have the money right now. I'm waiting on my income tax to be able to finance my business. That's an excuse. Okay? So you may need the money to start your business then, but there are tons of things that you can still be doing right now, right this minute. First of all, you're going to need a business name. So you're going to be wanting to think about that. You can get that out of the way. You're going to need a logo. You can start reaching out to people, you know, doing your research, who makes logos, looking at people's work to see who you would like to work with. You're going to know what type of logo you want. Like, draw out a rough draft. I personally don't know how to draw, but if I have a vision in my mind, I can pretty much tell somebody what I want, you know, what I'm looking for. So you're going to need a name, a logo. You can start looking at different websites that you would want to have your business on. I don't know if you're going to want to sell things or if you're just going to be a service-based business. But either way, you're still going to need a professional logo. So you're going to want to reach out to people who do web designing. You're going to want to research the different web hosts. I know there is Wix, which I love. There's also GoDaddy. There's a ton. So you're going to want to do your research and see, which platform is going to be best for your business, right? So you can get those 3 things out the way. You're going to want to do research on your competitors, and not so much to cutthroat anybody, just to see what type of things that you're going to be doing in your business on a day-to-day basis. So if you want to start, say, a clothing boutique, you're going to want to look at other clothing boutiques and see what these people are doing and see what you're going to have to do. Like what type of work that you're going to be doing. You're going to want a marketing strategy. You're going to want to know how you're going to market your business, because customers are not just going to be beating down your door and looking for you. You're going to have to find customers. So you're going to need a plan. You're going to need a marketing plan. How are you going to market? Are you going to be going to network events, handing out business cards? Are you going to have flyers and leaving them on people's vehicles? Are you going to how are you going to market? Are you going to make flyers to post on social media? I know Fiverr is a good place that you can pretty much get anything done that you need. Media kits, flyers, logos, business plans, anything that you need business-wise. Fiverr is a great platform to go to. I've worked with tons of people on there, and their work is fantastic. So, let's see. What we got? Logo, name, website. I think this music is going to... No. Okay. Logo, name, website. Vendors, you're going to need clothing vendors or accessory vendors or shoe vendors or whatever you're planning on selling. You're going to need vendors. So, you're going to want to research different vendors for the items that you're going to need. Or if you're making homemade products, you're going to want to search. You're going to want to know the legal aspects of everything, what you need to have on your label, if you need to have all the ingredients on your label. You're going to, I know a lot of people that do homemade items just so people won't copy your stuff. You're going to want to Google, like, even the simplest words. If it's cocoa butter. So you're going to want to Google that. There's tons. I don't know if there's tons, but there are different ways that you can say cocoa butter. So, on a product, cocoa butter is cocoa butter to us, but on a label, it may be this really long, drawn-out word that no regular person is going to know what that is, right? So, that way, people aren't copying your stuff, unless they really take the time to Google all of those long, drawn-out words that's on your label, right? So, you're gonna want to know the legal side of things. You want to go get your EIN number. You can go ahead and have that ready. You can there's tons of things that you can do. If you're planning on having a storefront, you're going to want to look at different areas. You want to look at you're going to want to get somewhere that already has high traffic. I had a boutique, a storefront boutique, and when I first started my business, I just jumped headfirst in and got a storefront. I didn't know anything, and sales weren't as good as I wanted it to be. I'm sorry, this hair is just all in my face, and I hate hair on my face. So I should have done my research, and I didn't. I just dived headfirst in. I got the shop on my birthday, opened the shop on my birthday. So it was like a birthday gift to myself. But I didn't do my research about the area. It was a really good area. A lot of businesses around, but not so much for shoppers. So it wasn't a good place where traffic is already coming for, where people are already shopping and lots of people are coming in. It was a business area, like with a lot of offices around. So it wasn't a really good location to sell clothes, if you know what I mean. So you want to do your research. You want to research your area, make sure there's not a lot of break-ins and robberies and stuff like that. So you're going to want to get somewhere where there's already traffic. So, while people are shopping, they'll see your store, they'll stop in your store. I'm probably irritating you guys with pulling this hair out of my face, but it's irritating me. So try to find somewhere that has that already has good traffic, right? So for your action plan, what you can do is set a goal for each week up until January. So let's say next week you're going to write down for next week's goal. Maybe you'll write down logo. So you'll start researching logo designs, get a rough draft together or whatever. And then the next week, you may look for vendors. Okay, so then you'll go, and I know there's tons of people that I've seen on Facebook and stuff that sell vendor lists. I personally have never purchased one, and I don't know. So I don't know whether to recommend that to you or not, because I've never purchased one, so I don't know if it's, worth purchasing. I do know they're not a lot, maybe $10, $15, $20. They're not a lot, but they may be things that you can find yourself. So that's why I don't know, but there are people that sell vendor lists. Okay, I'm actually putting one together myself. I know I seen a post on Facebook in one of the groups, a lady that was selling a vendor list, and there was people, saying that it was a scam, that I guess she had vendors on there, just one vendor on there with, it was AliExpress, it was the vendor, which is one that I do recommend. However, they do take a long time to ship, so if you're going to order from them, any vendor that you order from, always do a test order first. So that way you know how long it's going to take for you to get your orders, and you know the quality of their product. So never find a vendor and place a huge order. Always do a test order first. So dang, where was I? Okay, so then you're going to want to research your vendors that week, and then maybe the next week you can do the legal side of things and get your business registered. That doesn't cost a ton of money, maybe like $70, $80, I believe. I don't know, I've had my business for so long, maybe, well, not so long, but 3 years ago. But I think somebody said that the amount changed. I'm not sure. So I think I pay like $70, $80, I believe. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Now, your EIN number you can actually get for free online. So you just go online and register for your EIN number. And then you're going to want to put, if your business is going to be a partnership or an LLC or what have you. So you can do that. Now, the part that costs is when you get registered with the state. So that's what the $70, $80 is for, right? Then the next week, let's see, you may want to get your website up. You can start with a free website. So don't think just because you start on your website that it's going to cost you a ton of money. You can start a free website and then work your way up. Now, if you're going to be selling things on your website, then I do know that part actually costs, because you'll be having to make take payments through your website. So that's what actually costs. But you can go ahead and start setting up your website, or hire a web design like I did. I don't have the patience to. I tried it and it was terrible. So yeah, you can start setting up your website for free. Let's see, what are some other things that you can do? There's so many. I mean, you don't have a ton of time left. So those are some things that you can do before the New Year's to get your business on the roll. And then you can start marketing, start looking, start putting it out there, letting people know that your business is coming soon. That way you can make business pages on social media sites like Facebook, Instagram. Go ahead and get those up and get you some followers. Even though you don't have your merchandise yet, you can still promote. You can just post relevant content that's related to whatever business or service that you're going to be doing. So say if you want to be a life coach, you'll start, making posts about coaching and, that it's coming soon. You may go ahead and get your package prices ready and letting people know what you're going to be offering. So, like I said, you don't have to wait until 2019, until the ball drops. You don't have to wait. Get on it now. You still have a ton of time. So, say you don't know what your New Year's resolution wants to be. Start thinking about that. So then when New Year's comes, you'll be ready. I just don't think anybody should wait for one day in the year to start on their goals. When you have, about 45 days still left that you can be working on, and you can have a huge chunk of those goals already accomplished by the time 2019 is here. So then, there's no excuse, right? There is none. So you're gonna write those steps down, write those goals down, get you a piece of paper, a journal, write those steps down. Put them in weeks, like I said. So 1 week, start with your business name, next week your logo, next week your inventory, or whatever business that you want to start. So let's see. I was gonna take some tips from my book, but I've pretty much talked your ear off so far. So I just want to reiterate that my book, Goal Digging, it's available on Amazon, or you can email me, reach out to me. I'm on all social media sites. Author Tamp Jones. I have my author business page on Facebook and Instagram as well. So you can reach out to me for a signed copy. They are the same price. I usually run specials that are $12, and that includes the shipping. So you're not going to be paying $20 for a book. So you will get a signed copy of my book for the same price that you'll be paying for Amazon. And I do believe I ship faster than Amazon. So I've had people, say that they've waited they've had to wait like a couple weeks through Amazon. So, but it is on Amazon. If I were you, I would just reach out to me personally. That way you get a signed copy. And this book is going to walk you through all the steps of setting your goals. So I have here's my content list. There's a section for visualizing. I'm a huge fan of vision boards. So we'll talk about that. So you saw me getting ready to talk your ear off on vision boards, but vision boards are really powerful. It's a way that I think you manifest things into your life when you see them daily, and you're putting positive energy out into the world. Then I have a checklist part on here, so you'll actually be making steps. I think it goes by monthly, weekly. I'm not sure what page am I on. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the checklist looks like. Bear with me. Okay, I don't know. I can't find it. Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. So, the checklist, it just has, it has your top 3 goals that you're going to be working on. So, goal 1, goal 2, goal 3. And then it has the steps. You're going to write the steps that you're going to take for each goal, and then your deadline date. So, you're always going to want to set a deadline for your goals. That way you have something to focus on and you have something to look forward to. So always set a deadline. Don't just say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Give yourself a time frame. That way, like I said, you're focused. You know what you need to do in the time that you need to do it. I have a part in here for research. You're going to always want to do research on anything. You're not going to spend a ton of time on research. Like, don't research for months. Okay? To me, if you need to do that much research, then you're putting it off, and you probably just don't want to do it at this point, right? There's not that much research in the world. there's a part for sacrifices. When you start a business or whatever your goal is, if you're saving to take your family to Disney World, or there's tons of goals. If you want to, if you want to take 3 vacations this year, whatever, there are going to be sacrifices. You're going to see some new pumps that you want to buy. You may not, sis. You may not want to be able to buy those shoes, sis. Your friends may be taking a day trip. You're going to have to pass. Sorry, I can't. My money's tied up. You know, just, a lot of people think that it's just terrible to tell people, I don't have it right now. That's become my favorite word. I don't have it. I can't. You know, I just can't. You know, I do have it, but just not for that, you know, because I have other things that I'm going to do with my money, so I don't have it. There's a action plan section. Let's see. There's this book, I'm telling you, is everything. It's everything. So just to leave you with something to think about, I want you to write this down, and I want you to really answer these questions. The first question is, how have you set goals in the past? What have you done in the past as far as goal setting, right? Because a lot of people in the past haven't written their goals down. They haven't broken them down into small chunks, you know. So what have you done in the past as far as goal setting? How did you set your goals in the past? And then the next question is, what do you think is the reason you were not successful with those goals? Why do you think that you were not able to achieve those goals? And I'll tell you, I'll tell you, it's because you didn't make a plan. You didn't make a specific plan, and you probably didn't set a time frame. You know, when you set goals, you don't want to just jump into things. You want to break them down so that it doesn't seem so overwhelming, right? So like I said, always break them down into weeks. And like me, I'm a huge list person, so I make lists for everything. So that's how I get a ton of things done. I make lists daily to-do lists. So that way I get all the important stuff done, and then I just go along. And then the last thing that I want you to think about is, where do you want to be this time next year? This time next year, this day next year, what do you want to have accomplished? Where do you want to be? Because you have a whole year to get things done, right? So where do you want to be this time next year? All right, so those are my tips for crushing your goals for the remainder of 2018. You have time. Get those pens out. Make those action plans. Start your research and get it done. Do not wait till 2019. Do not. By then, you can have pretty much all of your lists complete by then if you get the work done now. So, work now, play later. All right, see you. Bye-bye.